First of all, congratulations to the WP Carey class of 2020. We have worked so incredibly hard to get to this point, and I am so proud of us all. As I'm sure is the case for many of you, my experience at WP Carey has changed my life in so many ways. Before my journey here, I was working on my doctoral degree, studying atmospheric chemistry. I was in a field where I knew I could make an impact, but I always felt like something was missing, and no paths I turned to could fill that gap. Then, during our countdown weekend in 2018, John Wisniewski introduced us to the concept of ikigai, a reason for being. Suddenly I understood what was missing: passion, doing work that I loved. Not only that, but I finally realized that I deserved to find a career I was passionate about, and the spirit of everyone I met that weekend told me that this MBA program was the direction to take. And of course, that guidance that started 2 years ago has been persistent. From the tools to explore our purpose and our strengths, and the incredible coaching provided by career management, the strength, support, and guidance gifted to us by student services, and the knowledge, wisdom, leadership, and agility taught so masterfully by our faculty, I have been able to craft my own path and understand what would give me fulfillment. This has led me to launch into a career that I am not only passionate about, but I know will give the world a bit of what it needs. I am so sad to be leaving, but I cannot wait for my new start. I am thrilled to be starting a new career in finance, and I am grateful to have learned the skills to also start my own small business focused on women's empowerment. The best gift of this experience, however, has been all of you. From working with you all on class projects, to serving you as a club leader, to celebrating all our life achievements, we joined together to create a unique experience that no one else could give us. And even as we moved online this past quarter, we held each other up with virtual happy hours, group meditation, game nights, health and wellness tips, and all those creative and sometimes pretty weird Zoom virtual backgrounds. We have found our reasons for being for each other, using our strengths and passions, as well as our collective love and friendship, to give each other what we need to keep this community strong. These past 2 months have been trying, and it is certainly not the way we wanted to end our journey together. We have all felt grief at this sudden drastic change to our community, but I know this convocation is not the end, because we all worked too hard to build our WP Carey community. We have established a legacy through our actions and our passions that will live on in McCord Hall. And most importantly, we have made a lasting impact on each other that will carry through our lives and careers. It has been an honor to know you all, and I am so excited to see where we all go. We are all venturing into a new, volatile world with big and largely unknown challenges ahead. But the expertise we have learned over the past 2 years will help us thrive in this uncertain environment, and it will challenge us to examine our paths to ensure that our purpose, our reasons for being, are still being met. Finally, none of us could have done this without the support structures around us. For me, these are the people who trusted in me to take the lead. Thanks so much to our program director, Dr. John Wisniewski, and our senior associate dean, Dr. Kay Farris, for the trust you had in me as a leader to organize Mental Health Awareness Week, and the freedom you gave me to make change and leave a positive impact on the university. Thank you to my dear guidepost and friend, Christine de la Cerda, for teaching me how to take care of myself so that I could be my best self for everyone around me. And thank you to my wonderful husband, Zach, for allowing me to spend 2 more years as a student and believing in me and my path. We have had the privilege of realigning our purpose at WP Carey, and now, as the global economy, business, and the very nature of work is shifting before our eyes, it's our turn to go out and help others do the same. Thank you, and congratulations.
Hello to the WP Carey class of 2020. My name is Nathan Consalvo, and I have the privilege to say a few words here. I'd like to first take a moment and thank everyone who made this graduation possible. In addition, thank you to the families, friends, and donors who have supported each and every graduate in one way or another. Many of us would not be here without your support, so thank you. I especially want to honor the individuals dear to each graduate who now watch over us from above. I know they have shaped us into who we have become, and for that, we are grateful. While this format is unusual to say the least, our celebration today represents years of dedication. All of this hard work has culminated in a moment where our lives will no longer be the same, and for a few minutes, I want to pause and reflect on how we have changed, as well as look forward to the changes to come. Class of 2020, it does not seem that long ago we arrived as confused new students wondering what we should get involved with, how to find our classes, and what we actually wanted to do with our lives. On the other hand, when thinking about all that we have experienced collectively in 4-ish years, that seems like a lifetime ago. In reminiscing about our time at ASU, I began to realize a lot has changed. For example, ASU built the student pavilion, finally moved the main entrance of Hayden Library to the ground floor instead of the basement, miraculously got rid of bee swarms that, at least according to the emails, were of biblical proportions, and of course, being named #1 in innovation again and again and again. Not only has a lot changed around us, but we have also changed. Many of us found new passions, made new friends, and finally realized that we will never make it to an 8 a.m. class on time. And even after all these changes, we made it. We have countless possibilities ahead of us that will, no doubt, change who we are. As we all step into the changes that await us after graduation, it's important to remember that there are still many changes that need to happen in the world. I would like to challenge you to find something that you are passionate about. For me, I am passionate about human trafficking. The summer after my freshman year, I had the incredible opportunity to travel to Cambodia with my church, where I saw the horrors of sex trafficking firsthand. I knew something had to change, but I also knew that simply talking about it was not enough. I knew then as I do now that fighting human trafficking would take intentional sacrifices of my time, energy, and finances. While you may not be as passionate as I am about ending human trafficking, I am sure that there is something that you are passionate about. There are injustices in the world that need to change and need hope spoken into them, such as hunger, poverty, or education inequality, just to name a few. However, to change these injustices will take much more than words. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and it will take a generation making intentional sacrifices of money, energy, and possibly careers to see the change needed to happen. This life is more important than a paycheck. We all have a reason for being here, and I hope this can be the generation that through servanthood and intentional sacrifice, see the defenseless defended, the hungry fed, and the exploited restored. These are ambitious and yet attainable goals, but only if we lay down our wants to help those who cannot help themselves. There are a lot of problems in the world, but there is a lot of hope in the world too, and I am confident that the best is yet to come. Thank you for the opportunity to share a few thoughts with you today. Congratulations once again, class of 2020. God bless, and in the words of Dr. Crow, stay frosty.